welcome. I am so excited to give you information about the Public Speakers Association Regional Executive Director position. I thought, why not just put the biggest amount of words you can put for a title, right? So I'm Tanya Hoffman. I'm the CEO and founder of the Public Speakers Association. I started it in 2013. All from my idea that speakers need to not only connect and work together and collaborate, but you want nice speakers and you want opportunities and marketing. So that's kind of the whole concept for PSA, is how do I help you find speaking opportunities and then also market yourself so you show up so you can find new clients. And then when people are looking for you, you actually pull up into Google searches and social media. So if you have not had a chance to go to the Public Speaker Association, please do that. It's Public Speakers with an S, association.com. All right, so let's get into this. The reason I'm creating the director's positions is I need help. So I realized that it is expanding internationally. It is expanding with amazing new people. And I was like, how do I work all of this together, especially with the Wildable phone app that's kind of correlated with all the trainers of our amazing organization. And if you don't know about Wildable, go to wildable.com. I'll put that in the chat window as well. All right, so how do we go about this? So I've owned multiple business networking group organizations. So I've run multiple groups for a very long time. And a lot of it is about personality types. As a leader, you will attract the people that fit you. There's going to be people that are going to complain because they don't fit you. But that is the reality of any organization and any meeting, is you are the driving factor for that group. The association is really secondary. To show up as a leader, it really is about you and your perspective and who you actually talk to and gravitate towards you, right? So this is also about helping you build your community and your database. I believe in total win-win scenarios. This has to help you and the association as a balance. And what I found in the past is that the people that didn't believe in the balancing part didn't work. It just doesn't work. It's got to be equal. I'm working on a lot of other ideas on how to market you and have you show up as the leader you are. So a lot of it, if you go to the Public Speakers Association already, I've got on the home page at the bottom, the regional executive directors already showing up with your picture, where you're located, and then it hyperlinks over to your website. So if you're not familiar with backlinks, being connected to a high traffic website like Public Speaker Association, we get about 100,000 clicks a month. A lot of clicks, right? To have your website linked there is massive, okay? So you show up on Speaker Hub and you have their link on their website, but I realized that a lot of the members aren't showing up with links on PSA itself. So because of that, it is really a huge thing. Of course, the phone rings. So when you start looking at what we're doing, it's about creating a membership group in your area. Try to avoid being too far away because you're going to have to support that area, right? So make sure that you're looking at a location that fits you. Now, when I first started my very first networking group way back in 2006, but way before I was a speaker, but I was trying to get used to speaking in front of a group, I didn't put it in my city because in my city, there's nobody here, especially back then. There's more now, but you know, Austin is growing. I moved it to 45 minutes away, knowing that if I have it there, it's in a much more populated area. It was also very central so that people would go to it from all different areas, so it's very centralized. And because I knew that I would be able to support that area, that I would find opportunities and growth in that area for myself and for my business. So think about that when you start thinking about a group. Where would you put a meeting? We want a in-person physical meeting for people to gather and be a part of. Now, I've had for quite a while people asking me for these chapter meetings. And so I guess it's about time, right? Knowing that your group cannot grow unless you have people join. So if you're not comfortable asking people to join the Public Speakers Association, being a leader is not going to be beneficial for you or your group or PSA. To build a really strong, cohesive group, you've got to ask people to join. One of the biggest problems that I saw in the past is people not understanding what people are actually buying. What is the membership offer? So it is important that you really learn what we offer, but more importantly, experience what you offer, what we offer. So that's why as a leader, you get to be in the platinum level of the Public Speakers Association. So that's our top level. It's normally $497 one-time fee and then $25 a month. So as a leader, you automatically get that. Ours is only $50 as a director or $500 for the whole year. If you're already a member, they will replace what your membership is right now. If you've already paid in full, it'll just extend it for another year, okay? So when you're developing a meeting group, there's a couple things to think about. It does not have to be around food, okay? But a lot of times it's helpful to have it at lunch or breakfast or dinner, because then people have kind of an excuse to go there. But what you'll find is that there's a lot of complications in that. But a lot of the venues are connected to restaurants. If you host it at a restaurant, you do need to ask people to buy something. All right, this is not about them being a user and just coming to the restaurant and getting water and lemon and using their space, right? It's about people really showing up and being involved in that meeting. So what I usually offer is that they can just order from the menu. You have to find out from the restaurant if that's allowed. A lot of restaurants will want you to have a certain offer so that they know these are our best sellers, and that way they can handle the load. Most groups are between 10 and 20 people. Once it hits over 20, it's a little bit harder to maneuver. So 20 to 30 is really a max group. I have run groups that had 80. What happens at 80, really after 30, is it takes a long time to get to know each other and a long time for the members to get to know each other. So it's not as cohesive as a group, but it is a wow factor. And it's a little bit easier when you got more people, but you have to have 10 people. It's hard to continue a group and grow a group if you don't have at least 10 people. So start thinking through and writing down who you know as a speaker, or people who are connected, that speakers are a perfect target market, because that's a lot of our members are people who are like, I'm not a speaker, but I want to target speakers. And then they turn into speakers, by the way. So that way they actually have a cohesive group when you launch, okay? When should you launch? Look and see how much time you need. It could be August, September, right? We could just get it on the calendar. I've got a page on Public Speaker Association called Monthly Groups, and all of the so far executive directors that have signed up are on that, except for one person who just signed up today. So whoever filled out the form is already up on that page. Details coming soon, right? So we would promote you You're the person to connect with. I put up your email address. Let me know if that is not proper for you, okay? I'm going to end up hiding the actual email addresses so to say click here. But if you have a calendar link or something like that that you'd rather me replace it with, let me know. If you'd rather have a certain phone number or something like that, whatever you want as a contact, I need to change that and put that on the form. But if you've already filled out the form, just let me know. So when you're finding the location, also think about, is it central? And then is it easy to park? A lot of people like to do like a downtown location, and parking is like a nightmare. So think about parking is always an issue. If it's too hard and too difficult, people question if they want to come. As soon as they question, it's just like with anything, they don't end up coming. Now, how to help market it beyond just you inviting some people that you know. You can use Eventbrite. You can use meetup.com, knowing that people will sign up to attend and not show up. It's just, unfortunately, used to, oh my gosh, you'd put something and whoever said they're coming would actually show up. Knowing now that it's a great way to draw people there, and maybe after the third or fourth or fifth time, they actually will show up. So it's a great way to put it out there. Obviously, we're promoting it on PSA. I'll be promoting it through social media, through my email list. But I may not have very many people in your area, right? It all just depends. Think about how you're wanting to promote it through your social media. I'm going to be creating some banners and some flyers and things like that that you can easily adjust or adjust on your end. If you want to create something yourself, just throw it back at me. I'll have the logo for everybody. So if you want my logo for PSA, just let me know. Okay? If you want to create something on your own. So the monthly meetings obviously are monthly. I do have some people suggesting that they do monthly in person and then like 2 weeks later, a virtual meeting, like on Zoom or something. So that'll hit another whole group of people. And especially if your database is bigger and not just local, that might help that as well. They still need to have the same rules, right? Usually it's one time they come to the event and they can participate and enjoy for free. And the next time they need to have signed up, right? They need to sign up while they're there or at the end of that one. So it's, don't allow people to keep coming to the group that don't actually join. I will notify you if they join in your area. So in the forms for joining, it'll say who referred you, and they could put your name in there. Okay, so make sure when you're sending it out to people that they know to put your name in the who referred you spot. Most people are good about it, but every once in a while they forget. Also, I'll have which chapter are you joining? Why do I do that? Well, you may know somebody not in your city who wants to join and join someone else's group. This is about us all collaborating together. This is about us all helping each other find incredible people to know. So if, say if Barney in San Francisco knows somebody in New Jersey for Irving, great, now Irving's got a new friend, somebody that they can collaborate with. So this is all about us working together. You get 50% commission when people join, no matter where they join. And some people may join and they're not a particular group in their area, okay? So that's also okay. All right, so you invite people to your group, grow your database. You want to build that community locally and find speaking opportunities locally. So the whole idea for PSA is to really help people market themselves and also find speaking opportunities. What I keep hearing from people is they really want some local places to speak, some local connections. Since Public Speaker Association mostly sends out these larger events, associations, corporate industry conferences, TEDx talks, some larger events, a lot of times people are like not ready for those bigger ones or just don't want to do that much traveling. So as a leader, you're going to help find speaking opportunities. Now, that doesn't mean you have to go and dig, but when you hear about them and somebody invites you, connect them to the group, right? So say if there's a networking group that says, hey, can you come and speak? You're like, yay. I said, I would love to help you find other speakers for your group. Most events, most networking groups, most Lions clubs, most Rotary clubs, most any kind of club is very appreciative, especially if they are a weekly type of group that constantly needs speakers. But even the ones that are only monthly, they're always happy usually to find someone who can help them fill their speaker spots, okay? So it's about connecting them to the group. How will you do that? We're gonna I will create for you a Facebook Messenger group. Yes, you have to use Facebook. If you're not a Facebook fan, get over it. So we'll create a messenger group for your chapter. That way you can converse. The members are also supposed to be finding speaking opportunities and sharing it with each other. So you'll be able to see who's interactive, who's helping each other, who has a referral for somebody in the group. It'll be a very cohesive group. Now, this is only designed for the actual members, not for the guests. So it'll be also a plus for them to join so they get to be part of that group, okay? I found it very effective this last conference to have a Facebook Messenger group. You just have to kind of let people know the rules, you know, don't spam people, blah, blah, blah. So it'll make it very easy for you to keep up with what's going on. Oh, this person's got an opportunity. Great, I'm gonna go act to that. Also, I can then see it and see if that's a group or an event that I need to tell the whole membership about. So you won't even have to ping me because I would already have seen it, okay? So it's gonna make it very easy for all of us. I thought about doing Facebook groups, but nowadays no one sees the Facebook groups, but they all see Messenger, okay? So if you don't have Messenger downloaded on your phone so that it pings you, you'll want to do that ASAP. Now you do get 50% commission. I mean, it's huge. It's the most commissions I've ever paid out for anything. The reason is I rarely get very little of it because most of it goes to my admins to get everybody up and loaded with Speaker Hub and with PSA. But I want to support you and I want to make it beneficial for you as well. So it's going to be a little extra income, right? We'll be paying monthly for the previous month's activities. So we'll be paying on the 15th. They will be through PayPal. And so I will need everybody's PayPal information, which is pretty easy. Don't like PayPal? Get over it. Let's see. Also, we want you to be a host on one of the PSA virtual summits. This is about showcasing you and really having you show up. And a lot of it is also about helping people get used to doing things that you may not actually be doing already. So Thursday would be a great one for you to kind of jump on. If you are already a member, I still have some speaking opportunities for Thursday's virtual summit. Every month we have a different themed virtual summit. It's all audio, it's just over the phone. And we get live, participants on it. It's all recorded and then posted. So we post them on PSA's website under the summits for past events. And we get about 1,000 downloads a month on those recordings. So everyone can do a lead generation. So I'll be looking for hosts to run one of those summits. And obviously when we schedule that in, I'll go over how to do that. It really is very easy. I'll do all the posting and do all that back end stuff myself for the recordings, okay? But it's about hosting it and showing up. I basically say, welcome somebody, and then they take off. So you do very little, but it is kind of an all-day event. Also, you would want to host members of your group on your own radio show, TV show, summits you may have, things that you're doing, because you're wanting them to feel connected to you. So it's a great way to leverage that opportunity. Oh, if you join, I'd love to have you on my radio show. Don't have a radio show or TV show yet? What are you waiting for? Okay, if you need help with that, let me know. I'll give you access to my How to Create Your Own TV Show program. Let's see. Signing up people is going to be both online, so they can just simply go to the Public Speakers Association underneath the membership info tab. Boom, there's the form, fill it out, they're done. We will also have a paper form, so I will send a paper form for each one of you. What I found in the past, it is very easy for people to leave the group and forget to sign up. So either having your laptop there where they can fill it out, or a tablet or something, they can fill it out really quickly. They can even do it from their phone if they really wanted to. But I found if you have a paper form, right? I'm trying to see, oh yeah, so see I've got a paper form, right? So I've got paper forms that you can have people fill out, and then you're just faxing it to me. And so the fax number's at the bottom of the forms. It makes it really easy for people to fill out. If they're like, oh, I don't want to give you my credit card info, then just simply have them go do it online, and it's secure online, okay? But most people don't mind. So they give you the form, it's got all their information. If I need to call them for credit card information, I can do that as well, all right? But then you can shred the little paper when you're done. I already would have it after I've actually have it, make sure I get it first. And so it's pretty easy. And then we get them all plugged in and ready to go. All right. I will have a PowerPoint presentation that you can use at the event. Do you have to use a PowerPoint? No. Do people like using PowerPoints? Yes. So you can, the way the group will be structured is everyone gets to say hello and, give their elevator pitch. Who are they? What is their business? And then most importantly, what is their speaking topics? It's about getting to know what everyone speaks about, so that when you hear about, oh, I need someone who does AI, or I need someone who does emotional intelligence, or whatever, you can just, oh, I know exactly who to send them to, right? So they will go around, give their little 1 minute, which really takes up, if you got 30 people, I mean, that's 30 people, 30 minutes, right? It's about also controlling your group. If you've never run a group before, a lot of it is about letting people know what the rules are. 2 rules, right? Goes along with the association. You have to be nice. No mean, grumpy, negative people are allowed. The other rule is no perfect people, please. Only imperfect people. And so those are real rules. I do kick people out because of it. Okay? If you ever have a problem with someone, let me know. I usually will talk to them, and usually they don't even know that they're being negative or anything. So anyways, so when you have the group, you're controlling every moment of it. When you're telling people you've got 1 minute or 30 seconds to do your elevator pitch, that's how much you give them. So you're actually timing them, and with phones now it's super easy. It used to be really difficult back in the day. But now with phones, it's just super easy. Beep, 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 right? It even gives them the little beep. Control that environment. It's incredibly important to make sure it flows, and it flows consistently. The next part is training. Depending on how much time you just had with everyone talking is how much time training is going to be. So you'll need to find a speaker to do some type of training. It can be you. It can be you almost every time. You don't really want it to be. You want to give time for the members to have time. It needs to be focused on how it helps speakers, because we're training speakers. Now, say they're a chiropractor. Who cares? They could talk about how to stand better so that your back doesn't hurt during a presentation. Just have everybody's focus at the training be focused on how it helps speakers, right? You can think of, whatever it is. Another part of the meeting will be, what other speaking opportunities do we have? Does anybody have a radio show, a TV show, a group that you know about? Now, a lot of it you'll be able to see through the phone app, right? I mean, through Messenger. So you'll be able to already say, oh, thanks, Joni, for telling us about Blanky Blank. So remind the group what it is that happened during that month. I mean, a month's a long time. People forget. They're like, yeah, nothing really happened. You start naming it off, you're like, oh yeah, that was things. Plus, it's really impressive to the guests. They're like, wow, they told you about all of that. So just kind of go back through Messenger. You can even like leave, create little messages for your, like a notepad or something for yourself to keep up with what happened during the group. You could also let people give, if they've got an upcoming event they want to talk about or a program that they're just launching. People love that. So why not? Okay. Now, if you get someone who is really super hardcore, sell, I want you all to buy, you know, just have a conversation with them. If you can't, let me know, I will. Let's see. All right. Intros, training, speaking opportunities. It's kind of the way it all rolls through the group. And you kind of adjust it, you know, depending on how many people are there. So you're finding speakings locally and even beyond, right? Find something even outside the area, let people know about it. Messenger, okay. Then the speaker certification course, it's a public speakers certification course that people can take through PSA. It's incredibly affordable. We are doing it at a 50-50 split too. And as a leader, you can offer a course in there. So you can do a training and we just put it into the course. It's all video, you know, laid out. We'd like to have video and the audio track. So if you could do both, that's great. Or at least subtitles. So that way, if they can't watch it, they can at least read it. But having the audio is really awesome as well. So we'll put it into the course and that people can take, okay? If you don't know about that, let me post it here. And so it's speakercertification.com. So that way you can find it. So we've got people about to finish the course. Once they finish all the course and go through the thing, there's a little form for them to fill out to say, yes, I did check off and do all of these different things. And then they get a fancy dancy, oh, I'm a certified public speaker now. So you can be involved in that and be one of the trainers. It's all about giving you as much visibility as possible. So let me show you, and for those that are not on the computer, you can go back and just go look. So this is the website for the Public Speaker Association. Hopefully you've all been involved on this and looked around. We've got different opportunities on here for people to participate, okay? So you can show people what the stories and tips are. So we've got both the Your Life Story. So like here's Candy Graves. She has a life story that she recorded. I record them for the members and then I post them and we schedule time. We also have Share Your Top Tips. What we do is we record about 5 or 6 tips and then we send them out one a month. So that way, like Charlene has one a month that she's doing. And again, I record them all and I'm sending them out to my entire database of 68,000. Okay. So when these go out, not only are they posted on PSA, but they're also pushed out to my entire database. So this is something that I would encourage. If you have not done your life story and your tips, take advantage of it. Also, the TV show, I'm changing my TV show to the WOW TV show, W-O-W, to go along with Wowdable. And so if you haven't recorded one, obviously I have not recorded a TV show in a while because I've changed it and obviously there's nothing up yet. So definitely do that. We've got the testimonials. If you have not given me a testimonial, it is a great thing to show up as a, oh, PSA is so fabulous. And then as you see down at the bottom, we've got each one of the incredible participants in the executive director positions shows up down here. And then they just simply click on that and it goes over to their website, okay? The events, we've got the summits, like here's the next summit. We do have speaking opportunities for next, for the Balanced Work and Life Summit. And so you can show up on here with what you speak about, and then I push out your picture, your title, and when you're speaking to my entire database. So it's something to definitely jump on. And then after that, they show up in the past events. So people can go back and listen, because it's all audio, they can listen to them anytime. So it's just great information that just stays up over and over and over again, okay? You can get to that all in the login, log out. So you just simply click on that. You're going to log in. That opens up every one of those pages, okay? So now you can get to the directory ad, to your life story. So you go to life story, and then you click here, and that'll take you to the Visita link to schedule it, okay? It gives you all the details about the entire thing, all right? So every one of these pages gives you all the details so that you can show up how you want to show up, right? The other thing is we have educational modules. I just scheduled a time to do a webinar with Simone Vincenzi. And so if you want to do a recording, either audio, most of them are audio based, but if you want to do a video, you can do that as well and show up here on the educational modules. So these just kind of stay up as long as you're a member, and gives people all kinds of information. It's about $30,000 worth of training in our educational modules page, which is something to let your members know when they're interested in joining, that they get that kind of, you know, feedback. We do have speaking tips. We've got the conference next year. We do have the regional event in Colorado. This will be the last regional event. It was an experiment. I'm just running out of time. So we are doing the regional event with Jason Antelek. It's a holistic business event on August 3rd. So we got some amazing speakers for that. And so it's pretty inexpensive for people to attend and even speak at, okay? Let's see what else. The conference next year will be in Austin, Texas, but it'll be the Wildable Conference. I am looking at doing a PSA mastermind retreat. So under monthly groups, you'll be able to go. I labeled it in alphabetical order, the locations. So I have California. So I've got the locations there, Colorado, Idaho, Oregon, Texas, and the UK and the Thames Valley, Thames, whatever you call it. So we'll have each one of you up on there promoting, marketing, who you are, what you do, and how to get a hold of you, okay? So if you have any questions, please contact me if you're watching this recording. If you're on here live, stick around. We will answer any questions you have. Contact me. This is about developing a really long relationship. Do not come in and be part of PSA if you're not wanting to build relationships, not just with me, but with each one of you, okay? This is about all connecting and really developing this massive network throughout the world. I do have a couple people interested in Dubai and South Africa that I'm working with to get them involved. So pretty soon we'll just kind of proliferate out and continue to grow. Yay.